The call came on a Tuesday. Blessing was at her desk reviewing site permits when Mr. Adeyemi's personal line rang from inside his office, which meant he had not yet arrived, which was unusual because the chief was always first in. She answered it the way she answered everything, calmly, efficiently. It was his driver, Emeka, voice stripped of its usual ease. "Madam, Oga don't fall. He no dey breathe." She handled everything that morning, called the hospital, called the family lawyer, sat outside the emergency room for 4 hours because someone had to, and everyone else was crying too hard to think. Nobody thanked her. That was fine. She had not done it to be thanked. They came to the office on a Friday, Dari, the eldest son, and a man in a grey suit Blessing did not recognize. She offered them water. Dari looked through her the way you look through a window. "We need the account records," he said, "all of them." She printed everything and placed it in a folder, labeled and chronological, the way she did all things. Dari took the folder without looking at her, and they went into the chief's office and closed the door. She heard nothing for 40 minutes. Then the man in the grey suit opened the door and looked at her with an expression she had never had directed at her before. The particular flatness of someone deciding something about you. "Miss Blessing, the last outward transfer from the estate account. Your name is the authorizing signature." She kept her face still. "The chief authorized all transfers. I processed them on his instruction. That is my job. There is no corresponding instruction on file." Then it was verbal. "He called me directly on the 14th. I processed it that afternoon." Dari appeared in the doorway behind the man. 4 million naira, he said, "to an account we cannot trace, and the only name on the document is yours." She had been in that office for 14 years. She knew where the pain medication was kept for the chief's back. She knew his wife's birthday and his girlfriend's birthday, and which one he remembered without prompting. She knew the access code he had given only to her, the one she used to process transactions exactly as she had always done, on his instruction, without question, because that was what trust looked like when it was working. She understood now what it looked like when it stopped. She would like to contact a lawyer, she said. Daria almost smiled. "Of course, that's your right." She thought about who she would call. Her mother in Abeokuta, who sold fabric and had 30,000 naira in a kolo tin. Her friend Nogozi, a nurse. A cousin who meant well. Not one person in her phone with the kind of name that made men in grey suits pause before speaking. She picked up her handbag, placed her office key on the desk, and walked out into a Lagos afternoon that did not know or care what had just happened to her.